the most of home court advantage to win the opening pair from the Los Angeles Lakers. Then in games 3 and 4 out west, the Lakers out-hustled, out-muscled, and outplayed the Spurs to even the best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece. Now tonight, it's back in San Antonio, where the Lakers try to build on their momentum and steal one on the road, while the Spurs try to refocus and take the upper hand in the series. It's Game 5. Next, off the so, the Spurs will hoist a 3rd NBA championship banner in 6 seasons. The Lakers, meanwhile, looking for their 4th in 6 years as we get set for Game 5 of the Western Conference.
And Kobe Bryant was amazing, making difficult shot after difficult shot, going right, going with his left, shooting with his left over the stretched arms of Tim Duncan. And on the other end, you looked at the Shaquille O'Neal. I thought the adjustments were more important. In Game 1 and 2, the Spurs got away with fronting Shaquille O'Neal. The Lakers made adjustments. Tim Duncan played low in 1 and 2, able to help. Game 3 and 4, they lifted him up. He was not able to get there. Also, using Karl Malone as the entry passer made it very difficult to give help, allowing Shaq to get dunks. Look at these numbers. Kobe Bryant shoots 55%. Shaq 68%. When those two play that well, with coverage, he's too good for that. He took advantage of that. Game 3 and 4, they brought the whole team. There were hands. They were traffic, and it made it very difficult for Tim to get off. You look at his numbers, there's a big drop.
What are you thinking about that right now?
Well, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about us just getting a win here. Whoever can break each other on the road will have a good chance of winning this series. They have home court advantage right now. If we can get this win and then go back into our place on Saturday and try to finish it off, it'll be good for us.
Well, let's get specific then, because neither team has one on the road yet, and you're going to have to advance. So what's it going to take tonight?
It's going to take a perfect game from us. We know they're very tough here. We're just going to have to come out and play. We can't turn the ball over and give them momentum and start getting energy here, especially with their crowd. We got to keep the crowd out of it and just play a good game.
Gary, good luck to you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Al, back to you.
It's a 1-point San Antonio lead. O'Neal. Bryant gets free for a moment. Now pressure. Play clock. 4 seconds. Long 3. No.
I just don't like the way Kobe's involved in the offense right now, Al.
Parker looking back at Popovich. 7 on the clock. 2-pointer for Parker. Ooh, it rims out. Malone gets the rebound. Derek Fisher went over at the bench at a 6-second differential.
Phil Jackson will not call a timeout. He hates to allow the defense to set up. This is going to be pick and roll with Kobe and Karl Malone.
Malone coming out. He sets it. Kobe gets around it. Kobe puts it up. Made it. Lakers by 1 with 11.5 to go.
Kobe Bryant is tired.
He's exhausted.
Unbelievable shot. But he walked off the floor like he wanted to pass out. And Al, the only thing I can think of right now is Robert Horry is on the other team.
He's on the other team.
He's on the Spurs right now, and you know he would love to get a shot. You watch this pick and roll. You can't give him an inch. He had a great look at that one. But look at him walk off the floor. And this is Phil Jackson's reaction. I've seen a guy in Chicago do that.
Yep. I've been there before. The guy has won 9 titles. A 10th would break a tie with Red Auerbach. In fact, if Phil Jackson wins a title, he will become the winningest championship coach or manager in any of the 4 major North American team sports, as Bryant is just beat.
He is. I mean, Kobe. He looks exhausted right now.
And this is a guy who got a lot more sleep in the last 2 days than he did Monday and Tuesday of last week. But it's all catching up with him. He did make that last shot. We have 11.5 to go, and then all of a sudden, time to get back up. Kobe has played 47 minutes.
That's the reason. He's tired. 11 seconds left in this game. Where are they going to go out? They're going to Tony Parker and Tim Duncan in the pick and roll. most likely, or straight to Duncan. Now, the other thing that Popovich has done with Tony Parker is just spread the floor for him. I can't imagine not having your two best players involved on this last play. So if I'm Phil Jackson, I'm thinking pick and roll Tony Parker and Tim Duncan.
The other thing, the Lakers have a foul to give here. None in the last 2 minutes, none over the limit, so the Lakers can commit a foul without the Spurs going to the free throw line.
And that's big. That's big at this point in the game. It'll be interesting how much time the Lakers let go off the clock before they use it.
Brown to inbound. They get it to Duncan. He's outside. Clock under 6. And that's where the Lakers commit the foul. It's Derek Fisher.
Yeah, good job. I mean, they burned 6 seconds off the clock. So now it's a 5-second play that the Spurs are going to have to draw. One thing I will say, and certain coaches have certain things they do extremely well. Greg Popovich is one of the better side-out-of-bounds coaches in this league. And they're going to draw up a heck of a play here.
He better draw up the A-plus play here. This is where you draw it up, because this doesn't win the series or lose the series, but how it can't get any bigger at this particular point. You know, I'm thinking about this entire Lakers season, no matter what happens, from day one, from Kobe in Colorado.
No one talked about the Lakers or the Spurs today because the Lakers were dominating the game. The Spurs just kept coming, you know, stone cutting is what Michelle talked about doing in the first quarter. That's exactly what the Spurs have done.
Just the way the Spurs love it. They float under the radar. They ended the season by winning 11 straight. Then they won 6 playoff games in a row. Now they've lost 2 playoff games. But this is a team, champions in '99, champions last year, maybe again this year. Who knows?
Another guy is going to have to make a shot for the Spurs. What I mean by that is I would be very surprised if Phil Jackson will allow Tony Parker or Tim Duncan to get that shot off. Someone's going to leave someone, and they're going to get an open look.
Well, he's got Brown, Ginobili, and Turkoglu. The other guys on the floor right now. Ginobili will inbound. To Duncan. He gets doubled. Shaq all over him. He gets away, a fadeaway. He makes it with 4 tenths left. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. He's pressured. He makes it from way outside.
You couldn't have defended that any better.
No.
You know, it's almost like Tim Duncan is giving the Lakers what Kobe has given the Spurs. You couldn't have defended that any better. The Lakers had taken the Spurs out of the play, and Tim Duncan turned the grave. And look at this. They take away the handoff. Duncan has nowhere to go. A fadeaway jump shot off the wrong leg out. Wow.
21 for Duncan, 8 in the period, just inside the arc, under pressure, under physical pressure, and under intense pressure in terms of these playoffs. It almost reminds you of Kobe Bryant's shot in Portland. It's a little different, of course. The one that gave them the Pacific Division Championship in double overtime.
Yeah, this
great defense.
This was big, boy. I tell you. I mean, Greg Popovich had to be thinking right now, my goodness, we've lost to the Lakers, and now we have to go up to LA down 3-2. Now they're up 3-2. Wow.
4 tenths left.
Now they are allowed. See, that tenth is huge. Because with 3 tenths, not enough time to get a shot off. With 4 tenths of a second, you are allowed to catch and shoot.
The Spurs have a foul to give.
They better foul Kobe Bryant. Because that's where the ball's going. The only other option is a lob up in the air to Shaquille O'Neal. The key is don't foul him in the act of shooting.
So the Lakers now inbounding. will throw it in. They're in the line. Kobe's the third guy in the line. They're trying to break him free.
Robert Horry just told the official, we have a foul to give.
And the officials...
Timeout Spurs. Good timeout.
Looking over the
They
Spurs.
caught it late enough that it allowed the Spurs to kind of see what the Lakers want to do. I can tell you what they're going to do now. They're going to Kobe Bryant.
There's no question the way they lined up, the Lakers with 4 guys and Kobe trying to hide in the number 3 spot, ready to break him outside.
This game had Spurs written all over it. You know, with 5 minutes left now, it was a 5-point game. The Spurs were down, but you insisted. You know, I said that it was played the way the Spurs wanted the game to turn out. It's all about their defense. They've made great stops, and then Tim Duncan making that great shot.
Only 10 in the period for the Lakers. Again, it was a 16-point San Antonio lead with 3 and change remaining in the third quarter. Lakers with a different look this time. And Gary Payton will take a timeout. So they've come out in 2 different sets. That's the last timeout.
Now, I like what Greg Popovich did. Watch Robert Horry. He knows that he doesn't have to guard the guy out of bounds because they don't have enough time to get it back to him. So what they're doing is like in football, Al, they're spying Kobe Bryant. Robert Horry is just chasing wherever Kobe Bryant is going. They're going to deny him the catch. Listen, they've seen those Portland highlights. They're not going to allow Kobe Bryant to catch the ball. Great move by Greg Popovich.
Remaining in the 5th game. Here they go. They get it to Fisher. He scores! Derek Fisher scores at the buzzer. It'll have to be reviewed. They'll review it. They'll review it. The Lakers are going to run to the dressing room and they'll try to get on the plane before the officials can get over to the scorer's table.
Boy,
oh my God.
We got to take a look at it, but I got to tell you, live it looked good.
I thought it did too.
My goodness.
Well, I had a feeling I was just going to ask you, you know, everybody in the world knows they're going after Bryant. They're going to try to foul Bryant. So do you go to somebody else? Do you take a chance?
Well, they went for
Derek
Bryant.
Fisher, here we go. Take a look at this.
For Bryant. You can see him looking. Derek Fisher breaks open.
Starts. Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, I think it is good. With about 1/10 of a second. Yeah, I don't know how
I tell you, it's close though. It's so close.
It's very close.
Watch the light.
Ball has to be out of his hands.
Ball's out.
Yeah, it's out of his hands. It's out of his hands.
Wow, it's good.
Just an unbelievable game.
You think about the breaks. Think about the breaks, Al. The 4/10 of a second made the difference. The 4/10
right.
of a second.
You're
wow.
right. You talked about it. 4/10 and 3/10. It was called good on the court, so they'd have to see something to overrule it, much as football. Ball's out. There it is. Out of his hand. That's all you need. Can you imagine the days, what was it? It was about 12 years ago. The Lakers have won. The Lakers are going to run off the court. In the days before you went to tenths of seconds, remember you had that piece of craziness in New York in a playoff game a few years ago.
Now, I've been around this league for 20 years. I've never seen an ending like
No,
this.
that's off the charts.
2 unbelievable shots. I've never seen anything like it ever.
2 lead-changing shots in the last 4/10 of a second. You know, at the risk of being a shill, now I know why they say, we love this game.
We love this game.
It's just unbelievable. Here's Michelle.
All right, I want Shaquille O'Neal because everybody else ran into the locker room. Can you describe those last 0.4, of a second, whatever you're going to call that fraction?
One lucky shot deserves another. Duncan hit a great shot. He was falling down. He was screwed up. Thought I was playing a good day. I was right there. I didn't want to foul. I was right there.
Right there in his face and he hit the shot. And then Derek got the ball, threw up a lucky shot and hit the shot. We won the game.
Talk about the design of that play, because I think everyone was looking to guard Kobe, and then Fisher comes up with it.
Actually, the play was for Kobe to set a line for me, and then Kobe to come off, and everybody was looking for me and Kobe. Derek Fisher just ran through the ball, got it, and threw it up.
This was an enormous win. You guys led by 16. They came back and took the lead, and it looked like they were going to go back to LA up 3-2. Can you talk about what a difference a moment makes?
I think we had too many turnovers again in the fourth quarter. They got too many offensive rebounds. They came out and hit some shots. And like I said, the last two shots, one lucky shot deserves another.
Yeah, and Shaq, just real quick, you had some foul trouble early. How frustrated were you in your inability to contribute in the first half because of those fouls?
I mean, I was just coming out playing aggressive, and they were just, calling the fouls in the game.
All right, Shaq wants to get back in that locker room to celebrate with his teammates, guys. We'll let him go. Back to you.
Unbelievable. Leave it to Shaq to sum up. One lucky shot deserves another. Think about Derek Fisher. Here's a guy who's a starter, wins 3 rings. They bring in Peyton. He loses his job. He comes off the bench. Derek this year did not shoot very well. Started shooting a little bit better during the playoffs. Has begun to see more action of late, and he is the guy who will go into Laker lore with this shot.
But Al, I'm going to say this. This morning, you asked Greg Popovich if there's an X factor in the game for the Lakers, who is it going to be? And what did he say?
He said Derek Fisher
will be the X factor.
And right now, Derek Fisher is Greg Popovich's X-rated factor.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in San Antonio land is happy about that. But what a great ending. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, especially when you put the magnitude of the game.
And this series, and I mean, this is the marquee series. The series, there have been some great matchups, but you have the champions of the last 5 NBA seasons, and Derek Fisher's right now in with Michelle. Let's go to Michelle.
Yeah, with Derek Fisher, we got to get him while we can, because this man is in high demand.
Wow.
Talk about the design on that last play.
Well, most times the play's not for me, even though I can make shots. Most of the time we're going to Kobe and Shaq automatically, but they covered those 2 guys. I came open. Garrett gave me a great pass and turned the shot.
Tell me how the moment felt, because as our guys just explained, you lost your starting job. Malone is here, giving you quite the pat on the back, but you had lost your starting job.
Yeah, I mean, this is special. I mean, we almost gave this game away. And I think tonight's game is so indicative of how our whole season has gone. We look great at times, we look poor at times, but we've hung in. Everybody's had adversity individually, collectively, and this is just a great win for our team and our organization.
You know, it's hard to describe the way that this bench erupted, the way that every player erupted, especially after watching those replays. Can you talk about what that locker room is like right now?
Well, that's the only way we can win on the road. We need everybody to contribute. Shaq was big, even though he was in foul trouble. Kobe played solid. Everybody just gave what they could give. Devin George deserves a lot of credit tonight. We just kept fighting, Michelle.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Doc, I don't know. He's the Zen master. Phil is 58 years old, into the contract, all that, New Age spiritualist, whatever the hell that means. I don't know. Whatever he's into, we need to get into this thing.
See, Al, this is why you have to stay in this game.
Oh,
wow.
man,
I've not seen anything like it. And, you know, both teams just kept pushing. I did think the fourth quarter turned the Spurs type of basketball, slowed it down as a defensive struggle. And then Tim Duncan makes that shot, and it's amazing. You look at the expression on the faces when Duncan makes the shot. Watch Shaq here. I mean, he's shaking his head. He's in disbelief. At that moment, you have to think they're thinking, look at Kobe. It's over for them, at least this game. You know, they're thinking we go back to L.A., we can win Game 6 and bring it back for Game 7. They now have a chance to close it out in L.A.
Credit to the Spurs to what a comeback that was, down by 16 and coming up just short. Fabulous game. Now, except on the West Coast, stay tuned for your late local news. Nightline and Jimmy Kimmel over most of these ABC stations. Sunday, Game 6 will be in Sacramento when the Timberwolves visit to take on the Sacramento Kings. Now for Doc Rivers and Michelle Tafoya, this is Al Michaels saying so long from San Antonio after one of the most dramatic playoff games in the history of the NBA. This is ABC Sports, home of the NBA Finals.